Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Fantastic Comics Presents. This is episode number 20, DC Kills Comics. I am not alone, so don't worry about that. But first, I want to say hi to Jilby Pill, Fantinuum. They were here, right on time, it looks like. Lil Stamp. It's always funny when I mention him. R. Mole is in the chat saying, Hail Hydra. Oh my goodness. Corey Keller is here. Hi, Corey. And I'm sure some other people will drop in shortly. My name is Yule Carter. I own Fantastic Comics. We are located... where are we located? We are located in Berkeley. That was supposed to be up earlier. 1708 Suite A on MLK Jr. Way Boulevard or whatever. Oh, I said Way. That's what it was. And there's our phone number also. We're open Tuesday to Saturday from 12 to 5. Now let me introduce my co-hosts. Coming in hot. Yeah, we got Jeff. Jeff, say hi.
Hi!
Yeah, here's Jeff.
Yeah, I don't want to be the only one on cam. I never like that.
No, it's okay. Well, I'm just, I'm being...
coy?
I'm being coy right now. Yeah, exactly. Let's just be coy together just for a few moments.
Fair dues.
So yeah, Jeff, how have you been? You've had a week apart from me. What have you been doing since then?
Yeah, not same old,
Collecting unemployment.
Watching the days blend together into one. Collecting unemployment, reading Superman.
Yeah.
Watching Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, huh?
Yeah, the cartoon. I mean, the CGI cartoon.
Oh, the
series.
CGI one. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're both good. For a long time, I was one of those assholes who was like, I only care about the Jendy Tartakovsky.
Those look good. I like that. I didn't
animated version. This computer cartoon shit is bullshit.
Yeah.
But I've become more of an adult, and now I'm like, actually, these are really good. It's kind of some of the best Star Wars stuff.
All right, well,
because it's a TV show where you're you're developing characters over long periods of time, and you've got Obi-Wan Kenobi, who's the best character in all of Star Wars, period. So, what's not to like?
This is all previous canon to what we have now because Disney.
No. This is Disney canon. This is canon.
Oh, this is. Okay. Oh wait.
Hey, whoa! I'd have to get on camera to let you know that's canon.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm back on anyway. Hi, everybody. All right. Well, let me introduce the last member. He took a break. How dare he? Last week. There was a moment where I wasn't sure if I wasn't going to be doing the whole show by myself. Everybody, welcome back. ATN. I should have some applause, but I do not. ATN, you went to Texas last week for a wedding.
Got to say it right.
Texas.
Yeah, I went to.
Also, you have to fire a gun.
Bang bang.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that.
I didn't shoot any guns.
You didn't shoot no guns?
Nah, I didn't need to. There was nobody on my lawn.
Very good. What'd you do? You went and had a wedding. But what was the good stuff that you did?
I went looking for books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Found some. You see that
Yeah.
stack of books behind me over there?
Wow, look at that. Oh, wait a second. Let's do it this way.
I don't know. Ooh.
Oh, look at that stack of books. Those look pretty too.
Are your
That's
books
too deep.
quarantining?
No, man. I wipe them down with Goo Gone. That kills everything. Kills all the goo.
It sure does.
Kills all the goo. I learned something. Well, can you make me not big anymore, please? Can you make me not big anymore, please?
All right.
I don't like this.
Weird, isn't it?
Don't like it.
I know.
The ATN show, everybody.
Oh, thank you. I feel better now.
That's right. I need to at least, my head should be the size of Gambit's and no bigger.
Texas. It was fun, man. I don't like to drive, but I listened to a bunch of podcasts on the way down there. Went to a wedding, shopped for a bunch of books, and saw my grandmother. Got my Uline shipment, which is always nice, but expensive. But that's how I got this here hat. And I'm like, I lived in Oakland longer than I've lived anywhere else except Comfort, which doesn't have a professional baseball team. Comfort? So I was like, yeah, Comfort, Texas. So like, yeah, man, might as well get an Oakland A's cap. So I did. And now I'm back. Drove back. Got all those books listed up on the site. Took a whole damn day. Got some good stuff, though. Good stuff. And I was in chat when y'all were doing the show last week.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. It was great.
I was all trying to tell people their business and shit.
By the way.
Yeah.
Our mole says Qui-Gon Jinn makes Kenobi look like a bitch.
Qui-Gon?
Qui-Gon. That's funny because the way I remember it is Qui-Gon Jinn got his bitch ass killed. Then how come he's dead?
How come he's dead? K. Titus, everybody. Dude comes from Japan. Say a hi. Konnichiwa.
What's up, man?
What's up?
What up?
And if I don't say it later, sayonara.
That's more Japanese than I know.
That's it.
Now, when you say our mole, is there a mole? Is one of us a mole? Like for the government?
He might be. Actually, he has ties to the government. You can't tell.
Texas!
Yeah,
no.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's too late.
It's too late, man. They've seen your words on the internet.
That's right.
It's too late.
So for anybody that doesn't know, I want to just really quickly so that they know what we're going to be talking about for a short while today. On Friday, like at 2 p.m, DC Comics announced that they will not be distributed by Diamond Comics going forward. That those two companies that they set up time with, those are going to be their only distributors going forward right now.
Okay.
And that's all. We'll get into it later. Okay. So that's why the title, DC Kills Comics, because there was a lot of outrage. I mean, a lot of people that normally would just crap all over Diamond Comics were like, this is the greatest thing ever. I mean, the worst thing ever. They're the greatest thing ever. We got to keep going.
Yeah, see, that's what the problem is that's disingenuous. Obviously, Diamond is not the greatest thing ever.
Again, we'll go into that in a little bit. I want to, that's a little.
Okay, so this is the preview to the show.
Yeah, this is for anybody.
Is there any other preview? Like, is there anything else that we're doing?
I mean, so Paperback Goldmine's going to have a whole bunch of paperback books to sell on.
Always
Instagram,
do, right? Every day. Yeah, like 900
every day.
Books in my goddamn collection.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to send you some books, by the way, because I have some books that need to go to you.
Can you do me a favor, man? Can you rub them down with some COVID first?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Totally.
Appreciate it. Awesome.
So I wanted to share a video that I saw on Twitter.
I like videos.
Now I'm not going to.
I like Twitter.
I hate Twitter.
I
hate videos.
Very reason.
Hey,
between the two of us, yeah.
Hold on. Bang, bang, high five. That's fun.
That's great. I'm going to share screen. And don't
Please.
take your picture off, okay? We want to record this for posterity.
Oh, you would need a reaction shot?
Oh, not that one.
So I'm like, what? Fuck!
Why is that guy running?
Just who cares? Just watch.
Why are you running? Why are you so scared? Why are you running from him?
Is he gonna get tired?
This is hilarious.
That's a bad place to run, bro.
Down, yeah.
Look at this cop.
It's low touch. This guy's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Where are you going, man?
He's just okay.
Oh boy.
Good Lord.
Do we get any context while we have the silent time?
No, I don't really care what they say. A lot of times on videos, who cares about the sound or anything?
No, I don't care about the sound, but the context, would be interesting.
Yeah, I guess it would. I mean, I don't really know. All I know is
he's an asshole. Obviously, that's
sure.
all you need to know.
Exactly. But he might be like one of your favorite assholes. Because
all right.
Oh my goodness! And he runs away. Oh, if that guy drowned, they'd shoot him. They'd kill him.
Hell.
Yeah. So now I need to know the context, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I mean, not
okay.
really. That's
really.
funny either way.
It is funny.
It's funny
but
either way.
not a.
I guess it's the it's.
But I'm interested. But I mean, this guy looks like an asshole. I mean, this is obvious.
He looks tired.
It
doesn't
he looks
look like
tired.
America to me.
It's not a good week or two for law enforcement these days.
I mean, actually, I don't think that guy was either a security guard or wasn't America, because that was not a police officer.
There was a wind turbine in the background. We don't put them in cities, so it's not.
Yeah, I don't think that was America. So
no, probably not. But even still, I thought it was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah, because in America, it just shot the dude as soon as he started running down towards the water. They just shot his ass. Forget it.
We're gonna ask these questions, though, right? Like,
you can ask questions.
What's the context? Yeah, but you don't have any answers for us. So now I have to go and do this, right?
What are you doing now? Oh, you're gonna go look it up. See, now this is the great thing.
It's going offline.
So you could go look it up, and then when you come up with it, maybe there's like a picture or an article you could bring up. You can share screen, and I don't have to do all that while Jeff and I are talking about other junk. Oh, now I'm all by myself. So,
relax,
no, it's all right. I'm just joking. Anyhow, looks like so I think we're on Facebook also, right? I do believe.
I'm getting off Facebook.
You're getting off Facebook too?
Yeah.
I wanted to increase the odds that my mom might actually see me one time.
Yeah, see, I want to decrease the odds that my mom might actually see me one time. That's why I'm getting off of Facebook.
I understand.
Because I know she's on it. I'm constantly getting a thing that's like, do you want to be friends with your mom? And I'm like, I mean, I'm friends with her in real life. I don't want to be friends with her on Facebook.
Right. Well, I hear you there. Mine doesn't really get on that much, but even still,
if she was on Facebook, she might see the link to this, and then she might be watching this, and then what?
Well, we're trying to. Well, I mean, hey, she
might not send me Christmas presents if she knew what kind of an asshole I was on the internet, right? Am I wrong? No.
Well, I've got a relative or two that come into the show.
Coffee
junkie. Hey, Diablo Hashcraft, Sequential Geeks in the room now. We're going to talk about DC Comics in just a few minutes. Another thing I wanted to talk about was... Let me see where I bring it up. Oh, shoot.
Oh, wait. Do you like DC?
Yeah, I like DC. I mean...
Do you like DC's nuts?
DC's nuts?
I don't know
about that.
Work. No. Yeah. I was just testing it out. Hey, this is why my mom's not watching.
Exactly. She would not approve. She'd be embarrassed
that my joke didn't land.
Yeah, well, I hear you. I'll share this screen really quick. Just so that you can remember what our thumbnail looked like, which was an Elmer Fudd chasing Steve Jeppy. Isn't it great that DC and Elmer Fudd are the same company?
That is an Elmer Fudd will no longer be utilizing that type of implement.
Incorrect. That is exactly the type of implement.
Oh no, wait! I couldn't. It looked like a gun. I'm sorry.
No,
that is
a
pickaxe. That's a pickaxe.
And a lot of people are like, isn't that more horrific using a scythe than just the gun?
No, it's funnier. Guns aren't funny.
You don't. Well,
until you tie them in a knot and then they blow up. Then they're funny.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But that's been done. That's it. That's the only gun gag there is. Unless you stick your finger in it and it blows up like a... That's been done a million times. That's it. These are the gun gags. They're done. Give me a scythe. Bring out a flail. Give me a cat o' nine tails.
I just don't know if I see a
Warhammer
hunting that way too often.
Give me a magic spear.
I had a girlfriend whose mother almost cut her leg off entirely because she screwed up using the scythe. She was like out in the field and she almost like cut her leg off.
Learning curve, huh?
That's a curve.
Mm.
Exactly.
Well, the scythe should be curved, yeah, for sure. It's got a little.
Well, if they're not going to let him use his gun, they need to take away his outfit too. Why even use him then?
He's still an incompetent, murderous asshole.
Yeah,
but his scythe does not make sense.
There have been times when Elmer
contextually he sometimes dresses up like whatever, like there's
Grim Reaper. But
I mean, he famously. You ever seen What's Opera, Doc?
Yeah, exactly.
No, man, I don't know these things by name.
Elmer Fudd has often taken on other roles, but more often than not, he's a hunter. You can't hunt rabbits with an elephant gun. That's the joke.
Are they going to take his lisp away?
What?
Are they going to take his lisp away?
All right,
that's bullying.
All right, hold on. So I watched the first episode of the Looney Tunes that HBO has on their streaming network.
Yeah.
Wow, you have that HBO stream. Look at this guy. Oh, swimming in cheese.
Well, government.
Damn, got that Patreon cash. Fuck.
Hey man, everything for the show, man. So I can let you know that yes, Porky Pig still.
I agree. Let me get that password then. Let me get that password.
Yeah, no problem. Porky Pig has a stutter. Yosemite Sam does not have guns.
Right.
Per se. But the first episode we see him in, he's doing arm wrestling. And then he rips off his shirt and he has these enormous
guns.
So now he has guns that way. Exactly.
Hey.
I'm not going to watch it. I don't care.
I don't think you were probably going to watch it anyway.
Not the target demographic for that. Don't care.
No. I'm not the target demographic for anything on HBO Max because I don't have it and don't plan on getting it. So I honestly don't care what they're going to put on it.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with DC Universe. Like they keep announcing shows. Like it doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm never going to fucking subscribe to it. I'm never going to give my money to DC
Your
Universe.
Girl is finally got a television program.
Who's my girl?
Star, right? Aren't you a big Star fan? Star Girl, whatever her name is. Stars and Stripes.
I don't know why you would think that.
Jeff John's boy over there.
Me.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't deny it. You know why?
No,
because I've got secrets. So if he steps out of line, it's a little Smallville conversation we'll have.
Go ahead, but I hope you have the full receipts that show the date stamp on that conversation, because in between then and now, there's been a bunch of shit talking on Jeff Johns and how I think that he sucks. But that's fine. I never read the Stars and Stripes stuff. My familiarity with her is when she was in JSA that he wrote, and I like that stuff, and that stuff's great. But nothing that's on
JSA, it's good.
Nothing that's on DCU is for me.
I heard that the DC Universe app,
even if it would be for me,
comics. Am I incorrect there? Oh wait, no, the streaming service, right?
Wait, what?
I heard that the DC streaming service, they also offer the comic books that you can look
DC
at.
Universe. That's what Diablo Hashcraft is talking about.
I might be wrong, but I heard that they're getting rid of it. Now, I don't know if it's another something that they do or if it's that, but
no,
they look into it.
that's been, from my understanding, is that the comics aspect of it has been more successful than the programming aspect of DC Universe.
Oh, well, they always have the HBO Max to fall back on.
Right. I'm unclear because, again, I don't have HBO Max, so I'm unclear how much DC Universe content is actually on there in relation to the, the full catalog.
I don't know, because that's one thing I did not pay for. I didn't care for the characters that they used in Teen Titans.
But Doom Patrol, I mean, that would be for me if it were on a thing that I already had a subscription to.
Good, but
I'm not gonna go out of my way to pay for it.
Changeling, not Cyborg, and that was kind of weird. And
yeah, that is very weird. But they wanted to get him into the Teen Titans, so they couldn't have him in both, right?
Yeah, whatever. Anyhow,
I don't know.
I heard Star Girl was good, so there you go. Star,
it's a good story.
It's just called Star.
I don't know. They call it Star Girl or Star. I don't know what they call it. They're going to both platforms. There you go. HBO Max or DC. I'll do the HBO Max then, I guess. Although I heard they're losing some WB movies, like Justice League or something. So that's weird. I don't understand how that whole mess goes. But
I thought one of the big HBO Max is what premiered the Justice League Snyder cut. Like, that was their whole big. Yeah, we're gonna jerk off Snyder fans right into our HB hole.
Do you know anything about this, ATM?
No.
Right, let me explain.
I'm not even listening, really, because I don't understand what's going on.
You gotta hear this. This is important. This is about movies, okay? Scott Snyder stopped doing Justice League about halfway or 3/4 of the way through.
Okay.
Let's not talk about why. Okay,
there's a thing. Anyway, so they got Joss Whedon to come in and fix it all up, right? Yeah, exactly. I like your face there. That's where a lot of people what would Scott Snyder have done? We want to see the stuff that was out there, because he kind of left in he wasn't fired from it. He had to go,
he chose to leave because of personal issues.
It's not like social media or anything like that. It's important things, anyhow, so since that shitty movie came out, Justice League, I don't know, anybody in chat can tell me if you liked it or not. Not Scott Snyder, Zack Snyder, sorry. That's the whole DC Marvel or DC movie and comic book being the same.
And also my respect for Scott Snyder over the years, kind of like,
or they're
like they've met in the middle, sort of, I guess, maybe, but it's still way, way down there, because I don't like any Zack Snyder movies, and I like a couple Scott Snyder comics.
Yeah, exactly. So Zack Snyder, sorry, give him. So since
the 300,
there have been fans clamoring for this release of his stuff, and Warner Brothers and all sorts of people are like, the shit doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And so now to kick off the HBO streaming service, they're like, we're going to release the Snyder.
It does exist.
That interests me. I think that for a long time we've been seeing DVDs with all the extras and a whole extra movie on top, especially the Lord of the Rings stuff. And it's man, they're actually shooting the movie for the person afterwards that they really want to make. And this is kind of are we going to I'm interested in this Fantastic Four movie that came out. I didn't see it, but I'm interested.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're talking about
is that his name?
Who? Oh,
somebody Trank. I don't know. Anyway, this guy.
I thought you were talking about Roger Corman.
No, not that one. I've seen.
Release the Corman cut.
Yeah, release it. No, we've seen that. Everybody's
no, it's never had an official release.
Not an official release, but it's
release the Corman cut. Where are you, Disney Plus? Take those. Whatever. See, this is what I don't care. Who cares? It was a terrible movie that even if you could make it 100% better than what it was, it still wouldn't be worth watching. So who gives a fuck?
People. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People.
HBO, because they want people to pay attention to what they're doing, especially since they're charging more than anybody else, right?
How much are they charging?
It doesn't matter. The
It's like
people who
$50.
That's a
the
lot.
people who want to see it will never admit that they don't like it once they've gotten to see it. So it's a win-win for HBO and Warner Brothers, because all of these people who are like, this movie sucked because Joss Whedon sucks and Zack Snyder would have made a fucking awesome badass version where everyone fucking got murdered and died. And then when they release it, even if it sucks, those people will be like, totally better. Totally fucking better. Called it.
Or they'll just say,
So who cares?
Wasn't that good?
But they'll never say that out loud. They'll never admit that.
They the Zack Snyder cut people feel like the fans that you don't like from like Rick and Morty, or something that's really popular and you're like not into it, and you like watch those people that really rejoice and are really kind of pompous about how awesome their show is, and you're like, oh, I can't stand those fans. That's the Zack Snyder cut people.
I've never understood anyone who has like gone to bat for Zack Snyder, especially his like DC movies. I mean, I guess you could make an argument for Watchmen in that it was entirely, in one sense, it was entirely faithful to the comic, like in a cinematography sense, but tonally and message-wise, it completely missed the mark in the like just a huge whiff. But like I don't know, his Superman movie and the Dawn of Justice movie, they were both fucking some of the greatest waste of time of my life. So I don't know. I just think he and I don't see superhero comics in the same way. So
did he
whatever.
Did he do the Man of Steel one? Where
he did the Man of Steel and the Dawn of Justice.
Okay. I saw that one. It was very
with Zod, where he kills Zod.
Like all right. So firstly, I remember Byrne killing Zod. He has like an executioner's mask that's like lead.
I'll be honest. I didn't read
He's killed him a few times.
Of course, sure.
So I mean, it's the wanton lack of caring about all the destruction that's going on.
Oh yeah, he smashed up everything pretty good.
Yeah, everything. It was like 18. It was like an hour-long fist fight, just like through buildings though.
Oh, and so like they live.
Well, exactly. Yeah, but that was had a reason.
Yeah, superpowered. They live.
Like there was an element to like Zod coming and saying like, give this dude up or else we're gonna like destroy everybody. All right, that was cool. I wish it was like more. I mean, and I don't know. What I didn't really like about that is the portrayal of Pa Kent, who was basically Jonathan Kent, basically saying that he shouldn't help people.
Keep your head down.
Keep your head down. Kind of like our book that we're reading. You don't cause any undue attention to yourself.
Yeah, I got
the nail that stands up gets hammered down.
I mean,
so
hey, you can have different interpretations. People like that Joker movie. I don't care. I don't care
that's
about
the antithesis of that feels like the antithesis of Superman's traditional Kansas upbringing from Pa Kent that those of us who know and love the character know and love, right? Is that it was Pa Kent and Jor-El who both combined to give him this sense that you have to do what you're capable of, and what you're capable of might be amazing things. And if so, you have to do that shit, like, because that's your responsibility to protect the people around you. And that, Hey, that's me. That's my take. I feel like I had this exact conversation 18 years ago or whatever that fucking movie came out. 8 years ago. And Mark Waid said, like,
You read Birthright recently.
I didn't read Birthright recently.
You didn't?
We talked about it, though.
Rebirth you read. Yeah.
We were talking about Birthright, and I was saying that I really appreciate Mark Waid's take on Superman, and like his reaction to that movie very much like mirrored what I said as soon as we got out of that movie, and what I was saying even during the movie when I was like, I'm not into this. But, you know, nobody asked me to write and direct a Superman movie, so clearly nobody cares what I think about what Superman means.
Well, they definitely do when it comes to, like, you know, box office. But the problem is
But I went and saw that shit in the movie theater. Well, I mean, I saw Man of Steel in the movie theater because I always want to like the new Superman movie. I went and saw what's his name's fucking Superman movie in the movie theater.
That Ralph
Brian
one?
Singer. Brian Singer.
Right. I didn't see it. I have it and I haven't seen it.
He was okay in it. Like Ralph was okay as Superman, but the movie itself, like the story was not good, and you know.
And what they'll do is they'll blame Superman. They'll say nobody really cares about Superman, kind of like with the comic books. Nobody really cares, you know, and it's, you know, ATN will be like, yeah, I don't really care because Superman sucks.
That was, I have a thing about this in the Pete Tomasi Superman that I've been reading. Like there have been more than a couple of issues that made me go, Christ almighty, this is what people don't like about this is what people think of. This is the comic that people think of when I say, oh, I like Superman comics, and they're like, ugh, that's some cheesy fucking gooey bullshit like pablum. That's gross. I don't like that.
Okay, very good.
There were a couple of books in that run that were just like, I was like holding my nose and saying like, it's got to get better than this. This is so
hold your nose. Hold your nose and say that. Hold your nose and say it.
It's got to get better.
Thank you so much.
No problem. I live to please.
People like good stories. You know what I'm saying? They like good stories. I don't think people in a position of publishing in any capacity, whether it's a movie or a book or a comic book, I don't think that they appreciate that anymore, because it seems like all we get is garbage. I want good stories. That's all I care about.
Yeah. I still read good stories. But some stuff is definitely like mass produced for just like there were issues in a row of that book where I was like, they're just printing this to print it. Like they're just cranking shit out that like, who cares?
Well, yeah. Anyway, we'll get
it was boring.
A little bit. So
what are we getting on to now?
We're going to
DC
talk
Comics.
about Diamond comic books and DC Comics and Diamond.
Never heard of them.
All right. So, all right. Diamond Comics is the distributor of all comics and toys that goes through the comic stores. I shouldn't say all toys or all comics, because there's other ways to get comics, just not the ones that they've signed to exclusive deals. If you want to get stuff after the fact, you can be a bookstore that gets comic books, you know, through other channels. And then, of course, there's other companies where you can get their books slightly faster than Diamond, whether it be, you know, if you order from them like First Second, and they do like Battling Boy and Scholastic. They do Raina Telgemeier books.
But not a lot of monthlies.
Not a lot of monthlies. These are just, you know, you get catalogs, you know, at the different quarters of the year. You know what's going to be coming out under normal circumstances, and you order from them ahead of time. Like Dogman, super popular book. You can't keep it on the shelves. And I expect to sell some. Even in my smaller area, I should be able to sell them pretty well. So, so you get them from them instead of Diamond, or you supplement your bill paying, strategies by having different, companies out there. So having different distributors is not new for us as Fantastic Comics. It's also not new for a whole lot of stores out there. And so what we're seeing now is DC separating from Diamond and no longer going to be distributed by them.
Did I miss something? Is there an explanation for why?
There's a lot of rumor and
No, I don't want a rumor. I want to know, is there a reason why?
Yeah,
No,
well,
I don't think I don't think they said.
All you can do is take a look at everything that happened, put it together, and then make an assessment on what you think happened. And so it all starts.
Here's the thing. There's no good comics journalism, so you have to just take the facts and put them together yourself.
Right.
Sorry.
And there's people that are putting the facts out there. And then, of course, there's people that are interpreting them. Some stores that are really tight with Diamond that are saying, this is horrible for the industry. Everything's going to go tits up, and all the stores are going to be bankrupt and all this other stuff. Because we're going to have to go through Lunar or UCB, which is...
Well, it's definitely going to be bad. It's going to be bad for overseas comic book stores. That's
I hear that's going to be solved by the end of the month or something also. So
rumors.
Should that be true?
Yeah, no.
I mean, they already get their shit late anyway, so probably at least a little bit. So hey, Bruja.
Bruja.
A Bruja. Shara. Bruja. That's a little shouldn't have said that. Sorry. Anyhow.
Internet etiquette down the tubes.
Yeah, I'm pulling my brother.
I did. I doxed your brother.
You're pulling your brother?
Don't
pull your brother.
Pulling a boner,
Don't pull your own brother's boner.
No, not like that. That'd be horrible.
It's better that than eating your grandmother.
Well, that is probably.
I'm just saying, you won't go to jail for pulling on your brother's boner.
No, you're right. No, probably
definitely go to jail for eating your grandmother.
Yeah. No, I mean that guy's probably going to a hospital, at least temporarily. But then he'll end up in jail. You're right.
Yeah.
Maybe the hospital's in jail. Who knows? So DC Comics is separating from Diamond Comics.
That's the rumor.
No, that's it. That is true. So, like when I did my FOC this week, I zeroed out every DC comic book that was in there. And when I'm going through my invoice this week to finish it up, for the month, or the pre-order, I should say, we're going to zero out all the DC stuff. And we're going to take those numbers and we're going to apply them to our distributor that we've already set up.
Which one is your
Lunar, which is
Lunar? Okay.
I think DCBS.
Oh wait, that's DCBS. Okay. They so interesting. And you had an account with them already?
Yeah, well, we already had got it set up. This answer to this is Wonder Woman, you mean?
Yes, that is Wonder Woman. There's a movie about it. It's on Netflix, I think, or maybe Amazon.
Another streaming service.
Check it out.
Check it.
Another streaming service.
That'll be our next.
Other than this one. It's not available on fantasticcomics.com yet, but as a premium content creator, we will soon be bringing you that sort of high level.
We're going to have a real special episode about Wonder Woman.
There are too many streaming services already.
Yeah, it's going to feature Jill tying Yule up in various different configurations to demonstrate.
Some Tom of Finland stuff?
No, we don't want to do it Tom of Finland style.
You sure?
I mean, that's a different episode. That's not the Wonder Woman episode. That's the Tom of Finland episode.
I don't have all the cop stuff. And, who really wants to Who does even have a Tom of Finland cop these days?
Ooh, not in this.
Or biker.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Plus, it would take you like 36 to 48 hours to grow a mustache like that.
Well, I'm trying to keep myself a little cleaner because when
masks,
the mask, it moves up.
Oh yeah, I know. I believe me.
I've been chewing gum lately because I heard about xylitol being pretty awesome. So I was like, I'll try this. I have the desire to get rid of cavities or whatever. And if you shave this clean and you wear a mask,
You just get xylitol straight up your face?
it
Is that what
just
you're saying?
pulls the mask up over and over and over. You have to keep tugging it down.
Oh, because you're chewing.
Yeah,
the
my
chewing
mouth is-
motion, you're saying.
Yeah, stubble. It's like
Wait,
Velcro.
You have the
One-way
over
shark
the
skin Velcro.
you have over the ear
Mhm.
maskies?
I have the kind with the bands, but they give me a headache. I don't like that. I don't like headaches. I get headaches all the time. I don't need that shit.
I don't like headaches either. I have a custom like Velcro top.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I want the
Two
Cheshire
Velcro
Cat custom thing, but that way I don't have to smile and people would be like, he's so friendly. Yeah.
So not too long ago,
So you can still give them the frowny eyebrows, but you'll have a big smile on your
The
face.
dead
so you're
stare. I can't do it right now because
Fuck
I'm
you.
laughing, but yes, the dead stare. I love it.
AT&T really quick, okay? They now
AT&T.
own DC. They own Warner Brothers. And so there's been a lot of conjecture that there isn't going to be a DC division of comic books going forward. Something that we've heard about Disney as soon as they acquired Marvel, that they might do something similar. So supposedly DC has been trying to do everything they can to show that they are worth something to the execs and higher ups and the shareholders of the more important company.
Justify your existence.
So the first thing they did was they fired the main guy in charge, Dan Didio.
How much money was he pulling in?
I don't know. I mean, it's probably a lot. I mean, of
Yeah.
all the people, he's probably pulling in a lot.
I like it when they trim the fat at the top.
Sure thing. So, and Jeff Johns had already left, so that just left Jim Lee in charge. And then Corona happened, and then Diamond shut down, and DC wasn't doing anything except Jim Lee was drawing pictures for charity and all that stuff. And then they started dealing with these two distributors, and now they have cut off ties with Diamond. Diamond, in the meantime, stopped or restructured their payment deal with the publishers, saying that they would give a certain amount up front, and then for a period of time, they would eventually pay them off. And Jeppy, the owner of Diamond Comics, was going around to different shows, and he'd either be talking to retailers or he'd be talking to publishers, and he was trying to bring out positives that were going forward. And so even though we created accounts with this company, we still were going to stick with Diamond, because if they were going to continue with with DC and Marvel and all the other places, whether or not they had exclusive contracts anymore, it'd probably be easier for us. So now, just like all the other comic companies that we get stuff from that isn't through Diamond, we're going to be getting DC through this company. So everybody says like a third of the money that Diamond depends on is not going to be coming through. And right now, Marvel, and nobody's really bitching about Marvel. They said, put your pencils down, creators, with the exception of a few things. They stopped making comic books, and they still have to really get it going to have more product, which is going to be really, for the most part, months and months away. And this is allowing DC to become really big, really fast as far as the entirety of the market is concerned, because really, who cares about those other companies, right?
What companies?
Yeah, exactly. And that's not necessarily true, because everybody has a company out there that they like that is like a Fantagraphics or a Scout.
That's
owning.
true.
Boom. I can name Dark Horse. Who doesn't
Gas.
like Lemire going? Exactly. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're talking about the stuff that puts moolah in your pocket, Diamond doesn't have quite so much going forward to look forward to going forward. And now they don't have DC at all. And DC, unlike Marvel, unlike a whole bunch of other companies, didn't tell their pencilers and didn't tell, or I shouldn't say pencilers, didn't tell their creators to put their pencils down, and they're going to get a ton of Batman stuff. So if you like Batman, it's coming out. Daniel Warren Johnson just said he finished the last issue of Wonder Woman, the Dead Earth that he's doing, Black Label, and number 3 is going to come out real soon. So they still have stuff that's coming out. And where's Marvel? They haven't really said anything. And they have this plan. They've been releasing comic books weekly, 1 week, and then the next week it's been trade paperbacks. That's how little that they have, to put out there. They have to separate things that way. And,
but like Perlmutter's got to give his money to Donald Trump. He doesn't have money to be spending printing comics.
Well, I mean, what you're seeing is you can tell exactly how much Marvel really cares about their comics division now, or at least this is pretty much what we thought, because when they have like these little YouTube shows that they do, it's usually about, Chimichanga Thursday with Deadpool or something like that. And, it's CB Cebulski. When the, when
Akira-san.
Yeah, Akira-san. When Akira Yoshida said, hey, when all these other creators were like, shouting out their favorite stores that were still open during the pandemic, what was CB Cebulski tweeting out? He was talking about food places that were still open. It's like he's looking for a service industry job at some place. Like they're not gonna let you into that place, dude. I just know it. Yeah. So, what has Diamond got to hang their hat on going forward now that they lost the only company that's really putting out a lot of stuff?
T-shirts. They still have T-shirts.
They still have those little ugly figures that they make, the mini mates. So a lot of owners of comic stores and websites were coming out and saying, "Boy, DC sure has done a lot of shitty things or stupid things in the last 80 years, but this sure does take."
Who hasn't?
And it's like, who are you? Meanwhile, and let me share this with you.
80 years. I'm ready.
Not bad, right? 80
Right
years,
there.
pretty good.
So one of the guys in the
Those are all bent.
the comic book tweet room I'm in with like owners of stores and stuff. It's very exclusive, if you will. Showed me these pictures of comics, and these are from Diamond,
Of course they're from Diamond. Who else?
And I've seen other pictures where they put comic
GCBS.
books in a box. They put comic books in a box, and they put that in a box, and it's surrounded by bubble wrap.
What?
It's surrounded by bubble wrap.
I'm confused, man. What do you put comics in a box inside of a box?
It's like wrapped. Maybe it's paper.
What for?
Wait, who does this?
Lunar.
Lunar.
Oh.
Wow.
Diamond.
So Diamond will put a comic in a huge box and just close the box and put like one crumpled up piece of newsprint in there and ship that shit and not give a fuck.
Now these
Lunar's kind of stop caring over time also, though.
No,
of course.
Yeah, they are.
Yes,
Right.
they definitely do. That's the corporate
Yes, it is. But
trajectory.
these
Stop caring over time.
originally they suggested that we go with these companies because they service these areas, but now they are open for people from other areas to get them also. So people from the West Coast can get the East Coast book, shipping, and the people on the East Coast can get the West Coast shipping. So if one of these people aren't as good as the other, you can just switch.
Companies. So what you're saying is anytime it's not a monopoly, it's definitely
competition.
Better.
Yeah.
Competition is potentially
But that
better.
stuff costs money. All of that packing material costs money. It's like it may be a really small amount of money per package, but like for Lunar, that stuff's going to add up. They're going to look to cut costs and time.
Yes, they will. And also, they are working with
I'm sure Diamond did the same thing.
Yeah. They probably
I'm sure that was a
trajectory.
Job. Yes, exactly.
They're
until they became a monopoly.
Who cares now?
a much smaller clientele right now, and now they're going to be inundated with people that are forced to get DC Comics through these companies. So where let's say they had 100 people, now they're going to have like 3,000 people.
It's good for the industry, man. Competition's good for the industry.
Well, and it won't even really be 3,000.
Potentially.
It'll be like you split that up in half for the most part.
But see, the industry is a marketplace that is very small.
It's a niche market, man.
So that competition has got to be always pumping if there's going to always be 3 people. But
it'd be awesome if there was competition in the creation also, but how many people are buying comic books these days?
Well, see, that's the thing, is that the
appetite
they're all
is
going
not
through
unlimited. Right.
Through Diamond or through whatever other book ordering, like a regular bookstore is not ordering their trade paperbacks through Diamond.
Ingram.
Or first, or like whoever
Deadless.
they're ordering from, they're not
there are
going
multiple
through
distributors in literature, though. There's multiple distributors.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
but it's always
including Amazon. See, this is the thing.
Do they really distribute?
That was one of that was one of the ways that they first dominated the marketplace, was becoming a distributor, and therefore being able to normalize deep discounts on brand new published items that other retailers would have have to match, or just suck it up and deal with the loss of like they just stole market share by being able to slash their prices. And from what I've read, DCBS has always done that, and they're doing it even more now. So like that's a problem. I'd rather have a publisher own the distributor, like Marvel tried to do back in the 90s. I'd almost rather have that than have a retailer own the distributor and be able to cut corners on every other retailer. Because now I'm selling you DC, like I'm selling DC Comics, and I'm also selling DC Comics to all of the retailers who are selling DC Comics.
Well, and so but just the idea that these people are out there, you are a person that's like, well, I don't even need to go to my comic store. I could go to DCBS straight away and get the same discount.
I went to DCBS when I didn't have access to a comic book store, like 10, 15 years ago or whatever. I bought comics from DCBS. I had subscriptions to books and got them right, and they were discounted even then because they were buying in such numbers that they were able to discount. But now that they're getting distributor prices on, I mean, do they have to like it's a whole it's so shady
practices that you would could get in a lot of trouble for, I would think. But
you would think
real trouble or like people angry trouble.
But I've already read
payments have to be
people talking about.
Happens.
I've already read anecdotal reports of the fact that they are, they're already selling DC Comics at a much steeper discount than anyone else could possibly be capable of selling them for online. Like they're just undercutting everyone.
Yeah. DCBS has always been bullshit. You see their ads comics, and it's like,
they're buying full pagers all the time.
Exactly. I was going through some comics, yesterday, and I was like looking, and I'm like, oh, DCBS ad, get rid of that.
But the problem is, the other side of the coin is the comic book retail market is fucking dicey as hell, and there are a lot of places that since the 90s have not had, they have never had a local retail comic book establishment. So people are kind of forced to go online and buy their comics if they want to get. They're either going online to get digital comics and stealing them, or they're paying for digital comics on Comixology, or they're going online and buying them from DCBS, because that's the best deal you're going to find on the internet. It always has been.
Yeah, but
For as long as I've been seeing them.
I
don't know. I mean, you can also find good shit on My Comic Shop, obviously, for back issues, but I don't know how they deal with, like, do they do subscriptions and stuff like that?
I don't know if they do, but I was kind of curious that, this is a big, company that has multiple stores and they ship stuff out. I wonder if they were at all considered in this. And then, I'm not worried, and I'll tell you why. Because I had a lot of conversations, and if you want to check out this, check me out on either Critical Blast or Thinking Critical. I've done a lot of videos with Wes over there, and I've talked about this situation here. And one of the things that gets brought up is this is a company that's trying to earn your money, your trust, and if they go and they screw you, it's going to get around. And if it gets around, everybody's going to be really upset about that and either go to the other place. Then that other place is going to have to do the same thing. And then it's like, all hell is going to break loose. And it's kind of like shooting themselves in the foot. Are you a distributor or are you a comic store? You can separate the two, but you've got to actually do that. So,
I mean, the comic book market is not like the book market, so it doesn't feel like you could just do the same. You could just like say, okay, it's worth it for me to just put every other comic book store out of business and just distribute comic books to myself. And maybe I'll
though, like we said,
maybe I'll buy it. Like, that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
You can't. Nobody ultimately wants to pay like $10 for their weekly comics to be shipped out to them or something. I don't think when you could just go to the store and see, the beautiful colors of all the comics that are on the racks.
But that's if you have a store.
Well, I am talking about people that are lucky enough to have a store in their own backyard, like
us. I mean,
in Berkeley.
I myself am that lucky right now. But hell, even when it was adjacent to my backyard, when it was out of my backyard, I was very put upon when I had to go ride a bus to. Yeah. You remember those days when we had to go and ride a bus
or get on
to go get our comics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, get on BART and walk. Yeah.
Ugh.
No.
Who wants to walk?
I mean, I'm fine with walking a short distance. I just don't want to take public transit and then also walk. Come on.
Public transit not taking you to your destination.
Oh, especially nowadays, public transit is I'm scared.
But we didn't have Uber then, or else we might have done that.
No, I would never do Uber. Fuck Uber.
What if it flew? Like if it was Fluber?
Fluber?
Yeah. How dare you?
If
I don't
you could
know.
fly, like,
do their drivers still like rape people and shit? Or
no, drones, man.
Okay. Okay. Drone. Yeah, no, drones are great. I love drones. Yeah. They've never hurt anyone.
Just put your arms through the loops and let it kind of.
I'm getting something. Drones have hurt people. Obama is in my left ear.
Wait, he's admitting to it?
Yeah. Oh no, he loves it. He's proud of it.
I love drones. I love the idea of having my
he's coming through. Deep state. Hello, deep state. Obama here. President Drone. Fuck you. That's what he said.
I was told I look tired, but it's not true. I'm just really hot. Woo!
Ouch. Well, I would have to say that's a sick burn then.
I might be a little,
It's not okay. Who said that?
It was on my phone. Right.
Block them. Well, you should block that person.
I am going to block them. So I think we beat it to death. The only thing so if any of that is true about, there was one other thing. Did I say that when I've said it so many times in the store today? There's the conversation that was had with a former person at DC, and when money was good in the industry, when we were just after we were first opening up, the New 52 was going on. We were making a lot of money. We thought, wow, this is great. This is like, we're only going up like that. And for like, we had some years that were like astronomical making money. And we thought the future was mine. I'm going to one day a week go live on an island or something the rest of the time. It's gonna be great.
That was that Obama hope you were fucking drunk
That's
on.
right, I was drunk on
hope.
Hope and change. People's change in my cash register. You know what I mean?
Not just cents. That makes dollars and cents, my friend.
That's right.
There's a game called Change where you're a bum and you panhandle. That's the game.
So DC went to Diamond and said, "Hey, you're all making all this money. We're all making all this money. We really think you should reinvest into it and, get your computers up to snuff and get your, get in the future, get ready." And they never did. And when all the shit hit the fan with COVID and then Diamond shutting down, DC was like, all right, we're out. Our contract's null and void. And we got these other suckers set up. And we're going to get
suckers.
This. I'm joking. The other distributors, because it's got to be a thankless job. Everybody loves them right now. But, so DC's like, they didn't want to listen to us. We got to do this stuff to make sure we're viable for this company going forward. They can just coast on IPs that have been created for 80 years. They don't need more. Let's prove that we can do something that's worthwhile, and make something going. And
bye, Jeff.
Bye, Jeff. Did he say goodbye?
No, he just gone.
That's fine. He pressed a button. Anyhow, that's so there's my DC spiel. I don't think that they're killing the industry.
Doubt it.
I think they're doing what's best for them. If I have to go through another company and pay a little bit extra for shipping, but it comes as immaculately as I've seen, I'm going to cry. Who likes paying that shipping? But when it comes and it's like, I don't have to return it or hope that it comes back to me again. You
get your order, everything you ordered, nothing shorted.
Ultimately, I'm a comic book store owner who wants to, and I believe in comic books. I think it's a real legitimate art form. I love comic books, and I want to share comic books with you. If you're just a person that likes covers, that's something that's beautiful. If you're a person who likes stories, that's awesome also. And there's more to it than all of that. And I have beliefs about different things, about teams, whether or not a person is their own creator or whether or not it's a team. There's all sorts of different things, whether or not it's a superhero comic book, whether or not it's an alternative comic book, horror-based, genre. All of those things. Someone can come and read a comic book, even if it's just a strip, and can love it until it ends or they end. And, who doesn't want to get people involved in that? So when a comic book doesn't come in or it's munched or, I want to destroy my own comic book. I don't want the cover to come off or it to be all bent up. I want to accidentally sit on it and then have to go and buy it again.
And then take it back to the comic book store where you bought it and be like, I can't believe you sold me this piece of garbage.
This crap to me. Most of the customers don't care about condition. But again, most people want to bend their own comic book.
Yeah.
And it's horrible when
it's true. That is very true.
I mean, you'd have to beat employees away with a stick on New Comic Book Day. Because you open a box and everybody wants to see what's in it. Ooh, it's the most exciting day. And when you open it and everything's all fucked up, I hate Diamond. And one last thing about Diamond. You know how, like in Game of Thrones, the North aren't really down with this, with the Baratheons and stuff like that. But they're king and everything. What do they say? They said like the North remembers. Well, I work.
What is happening?
Check this out. I worked at a store and we went through Capital. And when the shit went down with Heroes World and Diamond was going and signing contracts with companies so that they couldn't deal with Capital, who then died, and then we had to deal with them. And now I've been dealing with them all this time. The North remembers. Fuck you. Fuck you, Diamond. You're getting what you deserve. And I can't wait till Marvel goes to Lunar or does whatever they have to do. And I don't have to deal with your asses ever again. How you like that?
I like it.
What do I say about Diamond? Yeah, see, I remember those D's.
This was my predict. This is how I predicted. I mean, if there were a predicted market for this one, I would have bet heavily that you would have reacted in this exact way.
Oh, I'm glad.
This is what I said. I said this.
Yeah, I don't care. But I hate Diamond. I don't hate Diamond.
I know that. No, that's what I said.
Thankless job what they do. Like I said.
Ask Shar. I commented this very thing on her Facebook the other day, where she was, and I was like, "Well, you know, it's a dangerous proposition because of the whole like retailer / distributor problem." But I'm like, yeah. I bet every retailer fucking hates Diamond as much as Skule does. I mean, maybe not as much, but I mean, anyone who I hate them just knowing what I know, just from the condition of comics that I see in my life.
That's plenty.
I hate them.
There are people that are close to the distributor hubs that don't have as much problem. There are people that get more incentives or have been helped out by Diamond more than our store ever has been. So they have a loyalty built up. And even though at one moment they were saying, I can't stand what Jeppy's doing, but when their existence is threatened, these guys are going to back them up regardless. But I don't have that. I was an employee that hated what was going on. And now I'm an owner that's hated what's going on. Oh, and all the way back in the Heroes World days, you kind of forget about it because it was then, but I hated that too. I mean, I remember that was really the internet wasn't going on quite the way it is, and our heads were. It
was though, because that's how I really was reading about it. Even then, that's how I was learning about it, was on the internet. Well, back then I didn't actually have as many contacts in the world.
So you were doing AOL online or something?
Yeah, you remember the sounds?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drilled into my brain. Of course I remember it.
Crazy noise, right?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Anyhow, that's Diamond. DC kills comics. Or DC's saving their ass.
DC's doing what they can to salvage a bad situation.
Yeah, definitely.
DC BS.
Yeah.
Yep, that too.
Well, I'm just saying.
I know. I see it.
It's right there.
I didn't make it, but it happened. They did it to themselves, right? I mean, that's a very natural conclusion people are going to draw.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to.
Oh, put your tinfoil hats on. Where's your Alex? Where's your
Alex Jones hat?
Oh,
I mean, no, roll that.
Rolling that clip, right?
I'll eat my neighbors. See, my superpower is being honest. I'll eat your ass.
Now, is he saying I'll eat you?
I'll eat your ass.
He's saying, I mean, that's like, for the reader to determine.
Or is he being hungry?
Who am I?
I don't know. Chuck E. Cheese. I always thought there was something strangely salacious about Chuck E. Cheese, man.
You think that's what? Yeah,
all those, like all those hot moms coming in there, and Chucky's all like, "I'll eat your ass."
Chucky's been canceled. Chuck E. Cheese.
There's still Chuck E. Cheese here.
I don't think. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't think they existed anymore.
I think there's one in San Antonio too.
Well,
yeah, they're still around.
But they don't have the animatronics anymore.
I don't know about that. I haven't been in one.
We had a
not since the order.
Not since I had my birthday party in like the 8th grade or something.
You're no longer. I mean, you can probably hang out in the parking lot.
I'm not going in there without kids. You know, it's like those playgrounds in San Francisco.
Hey, man, I'm just
Gotta be
a
a
fan
kid.
of rat robots. Get off
Yeah.
my damn back.
Did you ever go to Disneyland back in the day when they had all the animatronics?
Yes.
And,
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Hall of Presidents.
They had the
Not
Hall
Disney-
Presidents, but they had the
Well,
band
not
that would play.
Disneyland. I went to Walt Disney World when I was.
I don't know if it was there or not, but they had
No,
that.
there
like,
was one
the
there
jug
for
band
sure.
that would play all the
Yes,
music.
there
It
was definitely a jug band there. Yes, the Bear
yeah,
Jamboree.
yeah,
The country Bear Jamboree.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah,
Loved
I
it.
remember that.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Did I say we had a bowling?
I bet they were a bunch of racists. If you went back now, you could probably, if you could access the animatronic files of those Country Bear Jamboree bears, you would
man.
find a bunch of racist shit. But we won't get into
went
that.
off the chart now. They've got all the information. $5 Chuck E. Cheese. I thought it was $5.
$5 pizza.
Well, they're going to charge you money for the beer, the games. You know,
The Chuck E. Cheese
soda.
serves beer
They did for parents. Yeah.
I would hope.
for parents. Yeah,
What do you?
They don't. They
I
have
mean,
kids.
I don't want to be around children without drugs or alcohol. Most
guess
of their
that's
parents are like stuck with them. You know, they're
Yeah.
like, I have kids. I regret it. Everything.
I wish there were like, what if Dave and Buster's had like,
Oh, that place is hell.
what if Dave and Buster's had a more adult oriented
You mean porn?
animatronic,
Porn.
yes,
Yeah.
animatronic dioramas.
We were talking about Blade Runner before. right?
yes, or
Yeah.
Westworld, like something like that. Where
I haven't
it's
seen Westworld, but I definitely remember seeing the AI boobies in Blade Runner.
Sure, yeah, man.
That's, I mean, that's a viable direction for artificial intelligence to go, in my opinion.
Hey, Dave and Buster.
It would be Dave and Busties.
You know what I'm saying?
Dave and Busties.
Dave and
There's
Buster.
such information that we wouldn't know.
What?
If you have 3 birthday parties at Chuck E. Cheese, they just give the parents the beer.
That's so smart, though. I mean,
They
beer's
just give
cheap.
them the beer. Oh, sure.
That's awesome. That's
Beer's
awesome.
cheap.
Our compliments or our sincerest apologies.
We understand.
We understand. Here, you need
Have some beer. Thank you so much. Well, have you ever noticed the parents look haggard all the time? Yeah, I definitely want to be that. I definitely want that.
Okay, there you go.
Hmm.
Not me. There's some sort of thing I have about like nudity and food being served to me.
What?
This
You mean Hooters like style, right? You don't like
You
boobies
never
with-
had a strip club breakfast buffet.
I never have.
I haven't
Well,
either.
that's
Jeff's like, well, never mind.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should do something about that. Some no COVID year.
no. That's it. See, that's a thing
shit
that's
needs to go
well in my rear view. But I do remember that after every wing bowl, we would definitely go to a local gentleman's club at like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. And there would be
Right.
just
All right.
a buffet, like a breakfast buffet.
Are there
Boobies.
ladies at 8 in the morning?
Are there, huh?
Are there ladies at 8 in the morning?
Were you just listening to your microphone? Excuse
Yeah,
me?
of course. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean,
What was 8 o'clock like?
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean,
what's the strip club like, Yule?
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
it was like nighttime because
like
there
that.
are no windows or anything. It's completely dark. As soon as you step foot inside,
They
it's
don't want you to
nighttime.
look at the clock. They don't
Yeah,
want
no,
you to
there's
look
no
at
clock.
the sun or the stars. They don't want you to know that. So they want you to pass your time in there forever.
Wing
like a
Bowl was an
casino.
event that went from like 6 to 9, maybe 10 a.m. But you had to line up at like 1 in the morning. So like you were up from the day before and then
Yes.
1 in the morning, and then you get there and it's a wing eating contest inside of a stadium, like 20,000 people at a wing eating contest, and then everyone goes to various strip clubs as soon as it ends. It was just a glorious display of toxic masculinity.
Sounds
Hey,
good.
I'm going to the Vietnamese coffee shop real quick. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, okay.
No, that sounds great.
You can share it on your screen. And
Nah, I'm doing it on my tablet.
No, order me one. Have it sent to my address.
I want to see images. Yeah.
Coffee.
So in South America, they've got these things called cafes con piernas.
Nope, wrong one.
And it's the same thing, man. Girls in bikinis that serve you beer or
I can't
coffee.
No, I don't want to get kicked off.
Yeah, these are very very scantily clad women serving coffee.
All right, I'll check it out later, but we can talk about it. What am I looking at, Jeff?
They have such good coffee too.
Gotta love coffee.
I love Vietnamese coffee.
You're looking at Pang. This is a crowdfunding effort of Corey Lewis to make a graphic novel of his previous comic. He had a comic that was just a one shot from Oni back in the day. It was a action kickball comic. If you've ever seen what was that
kickball?
Shaolin Soccer. Did you ever see that?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
I know what you're talking about.
You ever see that movie?
I like this page.
So it's a really cool.
It's not deep, right?
Sports action.
It's just
I'm
really.
sorry, what?
I said it's not deep, right? It's just a fun action sports comic.
You sound like a robot to me right now. I don't know what's happening.
Robot time. He sounds fine to me, so it might be on your end. It's on your end. Sorry, bud. Somebody's downloading shit at your house.
Oh, that might be.
Check your downloads.
Anytime the volume goes weird, it's because it'll
Bye, Jeff.
Well, anyway, hopefully everybody can hear me properly. And
you sound fine.
I can say that Corey Lewis has a really cool style. And we wanted to talk about some crowdfunding efforts because there is a lack of different comic books for a short while. And although you won't be getting this anytime, actually August 2020, that's not too bad. And it's a lot of most of it's already been done. So it's like reorganizing it. Usually when, look at this
printing.
cool art. Oops.
Are printers open again? They've got to be.
Yeah, I think they are.
I mean, if bookstores are opening back up, printers should be.
All right. Here's another one I want to show everybody. This is called Octobriana 1976.
Devil Woman.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Let's not get the Jim Rugg stuff. Let's get to the art. Who cares what Jim Rugg says? Although, look at that in the back. It's pretty sweet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it. Are you not looking at the screen? Check this out.
Yeah, it's just so small, man. I can barely see anything.
Yeah, well, it's better now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So this whole comic book is in blacklight style.
That's awesome.
So if you don't have a blacklight,
who doesn't?
Sweet, exactly. Or you can go to Home Depot or Amazon or whatever and get one for like $30 or so.
That needs to be an app.
I would recommend, maybe getting a bowl or whatever you imbibe in, and then turning it on in a dark room, and maybe listen to some music that you like, pretty trippy music, maybe. I guess you could go Pink Floyd or something, and just trip out on this comic book. These are some other books that he's done. I'm just going to get to Octobriana so you can see. So you also have a chance to get these prints depending on which one you back. And there's a chance that you can get 3 different styles of this comic book. You can get it in the blacklight style, and then you can also get it black and white or just like regular comic book style. So here you go with the day glow style, then your regular style, and then black and white.
I mean, who isn't going to try to get all of them, right?
Yeah, I want to get all 3 and get at least one of the posters.
Prints?
Yeah, the prints are pretty sweet.
The prints remind me of a little bit of Charles Burns stuff from back in the day.
Oh, sure, a little bit more color, obviously.
Obviously, he didn't use any. But I mean, that thing on the wall behind me is very colorful, but it's not as. I don't know. Whatever. It reminds me of Charles Burns stuff, just not as Dayglow.
Okay, and one last one. We've got the plot holes. And the plot
hold on, don't tell me. That's what's his face.
You're right.
The guy that did that Spider-Man knockoff for DC, right?
Batman knockoff for DC.
Mm-hmm.
Batman.
Rockeford?
White Knight. No, you're thinking of Sean Murphy.
No, I wasn't. I was thinking of Rockford, but okay.
No,
Sean Murphy?
Yeah, Sean Gordon Murphy.
Yeah.
And his story is all about these characters from like different timelines fixing plot holes in stories.
Ooh.
So they're going to be, zany characters that are a mishmash and probably don't belong with each other. And they're going to get into some hijinks when they go into it. Anyway, this is a graphic novel, and it has 35 more days left. And it's at 166,000, so it's totally supported.
3 times over.
Yeah, exactly. And then as you can buy different tiers, and as you do, there's there's ways for you get bonuses as a person that's backed it.
Okay.
We personally got the retailer pack.
That's what I was about to ask you.
Do it, we'll be getting it.
You get some for your store if you support them in this manner.
Correct.
That's awesome, but I mean, how many do you get? 5?
Well, if you
for $100,
that's pretty good actually, because
the customer's
paying about 50.
Okay, well that's all right.
Yeah, and the shipping's cheaper for a store because he's shipping more of the book to another place. Now, of course, there have been people that have been like, "Oh, well, he's not making near as much money as he wants, as he possibly can," but he's trying to create another avenue for people to go and buy comic books.
He's cutting out the middleman entirely, so I think he's making plenty of money.
Passing the savings onto the comic book store like you normally would get.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. Now, Octobriana is a little bit different. That's I don't even think those Dayglow pages are even bound, so you're going to get them in like leaflets.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Sure thing.
But I mean, that's an art piece.
Yes, it's a specialty book.
Yes.
And there's probably, if I contacted him, I've heard that he probably would have a retailer tier also. So
that's how it should be. Like that needs to happen for the future. That needs to be for all of them.
I think that's true of Corey Lewis as well. Like all of his like tiers are about physical add-ons where it's like you get stickers or you get like you either get a certain amount of stickers, you get a print, you get a the point of his, and this is what I was trying to say before I got cut off by my shitty internet or whatever. The point of his is to replace the income of the con season, where he would be selling prints and pins and t-shirts and whatever. So those are all of the tiers where like you get a print and a pin and a t-shirt and a bunch of stickers or whatever, like as you go up the line to get more and more shit. But it's all a bunch of physical add-on shit, the shit that he would normally have been selling this summer at
cons
that he would be going to.
I'm so happy because this is kind of like a secretive thing, really. Well, it's not, but you have to belong to people's Patreons and things to get these things. Right. Or you have to be along, their newsletter to know that they're going to be at a con and this is where you're going to get it. Daniel Warren Johnson has done things like Old Man Skywalker, just a little comic book that's at his show.
Right, exactly. And you better be lucky to get it if you're at one of these like 4 shows where he still has enough copies for you to get one. Oh, so that stuff is great. And then maybe someday, 5 years from now, if you're lucky, he'll do like a really limited edition reprint where if you're following him on Instagram and you see his like that's the way it is with Simon Hanselman. Like he'll do these really short run things and then like occasionally he'll reprint them in another really short run, like 5 years later. That type of stuff is awesome. I love it because it rewards you for being a fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great. That stuff's great.
Yeah.
I love it. And I love to like pay for that, like buy that stuff when I, as a fan, get access to it. Like when I'm like, ooh, I know about this because I am like really closely paying attention to this person's work. So I'm going to buy it because that makes me cool.
It makes you cool. It makes you happy, and it supports the creator.
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Win-win.
It's
Win,
a
win,
perfect.
win, win, win.
It's a perfect feedback loop of
Yeah.
happiness.
Right.
And I put the link up for anybody in the chat, so you can go and follow those people or those different campaigns.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you should do this every week, man.
Well, I can. It's just I'm looking at the typing instead.
Have it? Can you pre-prepare it?
Hold on. No, not in chat.
Copy and paste onto a Word document, right?
So, I guess I could possibly do that.
I mean, it's
There was one more thing I wanted to talk about. That was
point out a couple things really quick.
A GoFundMe. One more GoFundMe.
What just happened?
Hold on. Let me do this really quick before you do that. So my buddy Antonio Bryce, he's Ikari Press on YouTube. He does this book brand. If you like superhero and spiritual stuff. Anyway. I mean werewolves and stuff like that. Also in the past, I've done things like Matt Kent's Kickstarter of Mind Management, which was a record. And then this was like a special comic that was only like 500 copies or something like that. And then Jeff wants to talk.
Yeah, I got one of those also.
Why am I on here?
Hey,
Jesus,
well,
what
I
happened
wanted
to you
to
guys?
talk to. I
What's
wanted to
going
talk
on?
to you, ATN. I wanted to talk to you personally.
Me.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right, what were you?
Farpoint. Farpoint is a comic store in South Jersey where I am from. I mean, they're not from exactly where I am from, but they're in South Jersey, and they're extra struggling because they were about to be able to reopen. Like they had been keeping the doors open with online sales and whatnot, and then they had gotten the okay that they were going to be able to open on the 15th of June.
These guys?
I don't know. Go to Farpoint
Toys and Collectibles.
Yes, Farpoint Toys and Collectibles.
Oh,
yes,
that's their Facebook page.
Yeah. Well, they also have a GoFundMe. Then that's probably the link to it right there. You're looking at it right there. But anyway, they had there was a big storm. Like so they were supposed to be able to open up on the 15th, but as they were prepping to open up, there was a huge, crazy storm, and the fucking store got struck by lightning, and the entire electrical system of the building got it exploded, and there was a fire inside of the building. So like now they can't even do their maintenance sales, their online sales that they had been doing, and they definitely can't reopen. And it's like a family business, and it's their only source of income. So it's like it's kind of a struggle, and I would love
direct some traffic that way.
To direct some traffic that way, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
damn, that's
because that's just like a fucking. It's one of those crazy.
It's piling shit upon an already bad situation.
Right, they've been closed since March 22nd, I think.
Oh, and then, cool. Wade Shaw likes this, so he's a cool dude, store owner. I never mind. No, Farpoint. All right, awesome. Check out their GoFundMe if you're that type of person.
Yep.
The comic community is crazy that way. If you get that stuff out there, it can spread like wildfire. Anyway. So we talked about everything. Cosmic Detective stopped or ended. That was the Jeff Lemire, Matt Kent, Dave Rubin one. But I only got one copy for myself.
Wait, that was the TKO? Cosmic
No,
Detective?
that was a Kickstarter one they did. Cosmic Detective.
What was the Jeff Lemire TKO book?
It's called like Resident or something like that. Or Sentinent or something like that.
Sentient. I think that is what it. I think that's what it. Yeah.
Oh, Jeff Lemire. He can do
rings a bell.
anything.
For
I
now.
can't wait till he does a slice of life alien story that deals with drug abuse.
Mm!
And of course, hockey.
Hacky.
Hockey.
Okay. All right. Well,
all right, eh?
we didn't do any reviews, but who cares? We reviewed DC and Diamond.
Yeah.
And I declared my allegiance to my new overlord, Lunar, for now.
Lunar.
Yeah.
Lunar.
We worship
If
Lunar.
Marvel isn't putting out shit, I don't care about you, Diamond, until they do. I mean, I can't. But the thing about all of that is that Marvel has been so quiet during this whole thing.
Oh.
We'll see. But I mean, they've also been very quiet on the publishing front compared to DC. Like DC was the first to put the gas. You know, they were like, "All right,
Well,
let's
I
get
think
that
that's the reason-
Batman cranking.
I think that's the reason why they got rid of Didio, because even
Fire
though
up that."
they had really high sales of comic books, they
Mhm.
didn't necessarily have high sales compared to Marvel. Marvel is always the industry leader when it makes money. And so again, see them so quiet to not have stuff, it's baffling. And that's just another conversation that will probably be had when Marvel either decides to do something or, well, when they decide to do something. What is that going to be, though?
Well, I mean, who knows? They might just be waiting for some sort of normalization, like we all are. Like that's what I'm waiting for. I'm not willing to commit to any mode of behavior right now before when we see what the real new normal is.
Then it's DC being
there's a new normal every day, so I can't.
It's in flux. It hasn't been settled yet, right?
If you're a
Correct.
company that wants to be the company,
but
then
who's that?
you have
Who's that?
to- Well, let's say DC right now, as far as like all these comics.
Do they though? But it no longer seems now that more than ever, even though it's been true for 20 to 30 years, more than ever, they are just tiny little, like the end of a fingernail on the body of a huge corporate behemoth. Like they are this tiny pinky nail. They're like the very end of the pinky nail that could at any moment get clipped off, because it's like all of a sudden I don't need to do cocaine anymore. I can clip that pinky nail off. Boop. But like, they don't matter to the companies that own them. Like, and the people that control their destiny no longer are invested in comic books and the history and legacy of comic books. Like, it's just kind of I don't mean to get cynical. Sorry, guys. Oh, my apologies.
Everybody thinks that they're so important, or they're just trying to do anything they can before they're not important anymore. Maybe, they're like, well, we got to squeeze this orange for as much juice as we can.
Right. Yeah, no, exactly. Until we got to clip that nail, and then it's gone, and who cares? But the corporate body will remain. Disney will not be significantly disturbed by the loss of Marvel. But then again, at the same time, Disney is kind of smart about maintaining. So let me put this in terms that Yule can understand. Like, you know how some franchises are good at maintaining a farm system, and they don't want to cut off. They don't want to only be dealing in the now. They want to have a future in reserve.
Sure thing.
Some other teams are not built that way. But Disney seems like they tend to always want to have something sitting there in the bullpen ready to go. Something
they
in the
take the
farm
long-
system that they can, they take
They
the
would
long
like
view.
a nice farm system, but they're willing to absolutely pay for whatever they need to get also.
They have the
Oh,
capital.
they will. They'll just
like when the
buy
Yankees have a farm
buy a minor league team outright instead of like investing in draft picks. They'll say, "I'll just buy that whole minor league team."
DC,
Fold that in.
like Marvel, has a philosophy of flood the market with what we have,
Which is Batman, Superman.
and if I don't buy it, so that I can squash it, then I'm going to squeeze it like an orange again, like they've done Star Wars. They're like, we're gonna get a TV program, we're gonna get side stories, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get that, and
to be fair,
yeah,
they just
but
got
see,
Star Wars.
every dollar.
They've been squeezing it ever since, but
Well,
they've
yeah,
also been squeezing fucking billions of dollars of cash out of it. So
That's
Yeah.
true,
like,
but it's
they paid what, $5 billion? They've made that
I don't know.
10 times over already.
Yeah. And I mean, they kind of needed to jump on it while the iron was hot, too, because, I mean, the people that are willing to pay that kind of money, they're here right now. Like, the nostalgia market is here right now. We're the people with money.
Right. No, now is the time to spring on it.
Definitely.
And also
And
that
create
way,
new fans so they
create
can do it
new
again in 20
things
years.
so that their kids have a hook of their own.
Right.
Worked on me.
George Lucas should have sold when he sold.
I caught a second hook. No, I don't think so. I think he was right.
Oh, well, I mean, he has more money than he ever will need now, right?
I mean, he gave most of the
Even if he
sale
gave it
money away.
Even if he gave it all away, he has more money.
He already had more. Right. That was the point. But what he didn't need was the hassle of everyone in the world saying, this guy is the reason that everything sucks about Star Wars.
And he let somebody else have it.
He's like, you know what? Fuck that. I'll take $5 billion and fuck you.
Yeah.
And so
you're right. He did the right thing.
That's why he's still a hero in my book.
That's right. That's why he's a hero. He took that money and ran.
I'll put a medal on his ass.
All right. Well,
anyway, I did read Superman, so we'll get to that next week.
That again. Yeah, I read Spider-Man weeks ago. We never get to it.
Which Spider-Man?
Nick Spencer's GOG story.
Wait, GOG? Mangog?
No, this is a character that was like, I think in Spider-Man number 103 back in the Gil Kane days. Kazar's there. Yeah, they're telling a nice story about this monster, and I enjoyed it, and it was a good story. So there you go. Spider-Man 41, 42, 43, or just get 42. It's all good.
You got all turned around on this Nick Spencer Amazing.
You know how I like
in the last year or so.
Yeah, sure.
Like you started off way down here.
Yeah.
And then you.
Yeah. I enjoy it. I mean, it's probably one of my top 6 reads these days.
What's number 7?
I don't know if I read.
Oh, counting down the top
6. Funny
number 6.
I'll have to do a top 6.
Obviously, number 6.
Top
Amazing
8
Spider-Man.
I mean, the thing is that certain things don't come out all the time right now, but basically Copra.
Well, of course,
Green Lantern are 2 important ones. Spider-Man, Teen Titans, and X-Men. So I think that's
everyone knows that you are the Copra commander, and that Copra is basically what Godland was for you 15 years ago. Or when was that? 10, 12, 13? It was probably 15 years ago.
Yeah, Godland. Well, yeah, and
Copra is your new Godland. Let's be honest.
Copra is my new Godland. I'm going to tweet that out tomorrow. There is one thing. Speaking of Twitter, so how everybody is doing either for Black Lives Matter or pretty much that. It was the Gail Simone challenge where she was trying to suggest, hey, writers, take some artwork that you have and auction it off. And there's
oh my God, have you seen some of it though?
Yeah,
Tom King did some auctioned off some Frank Quitely All-Star Superman art. Did you see that?
I didn't see that, but I saw George Perez Crisis on Infinite Earths art.
Yep.
I saw that Jim Lee X-Men art. And
Yep.
I saw like somebody's art book that has like a Neil Gaiman art piece on it and a whole bunch of other people. I also saw, now here's this ATN.
Yeah.
I also saw a page work of Alan Moore and Bill Sienkiewicz, unpublished page of Big Numbers. And Paul Jenkins was auctioning this off. And Big Numbers.
What? How did he get that?
Yeah, check this out. So he's auctioning off, and I say, I retweet it, and I do it with a comment, and I say, oh, somebody tell Al Columbia. Al Columbia was the understudy of Bill Sienkiewicz, and he famously, supposedly, took the issues that he worked on and ripped them up because he was so sick of the fact that not only were these guys making a shitload of money, but he was doing all the effing work and wasn't getting any notoriety whatsoever. So Paul Jenkins says, oh, but this isn't his work. And I said, oh, well, I was under the impression that he did all the work for number 3 and didn't get any credit for it. And he's all, no, that's not the story. So I'm all, oh, shit, I'm going to look stupid on this one. And so then I text Todd, and I'm all, hey, Todd, can you remind me of the Al Columbia Big Numbers story? And he's all, what, you mean the fact that he did issue 4? I'm all, oops. But then he said, but he turned in almost all the art for issue 3, and Bill Sienkiewicz drew over it, fixing it. So
and then he destroyed issue 4.
Yeah, and he destroyed issue 4. So I bet I was kind of right on that one, just a little bit. Just a little bit. But that was my Twitter thing yesterday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting, very interesting.
Thank you very much. That's the kind of stupid stuff I tweet. Follow me at Big Blue Ewell
for other stupid human tricks.
Screen. Put it on a screen.
I don't do it for this show.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I do. I've done it before already. Earlier in the show.
Sounded like a lie, but I'll let it go.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that story of my stupidity. Make sure to one last thing for people that actually go into the store. We don't have new comics yet. We're waiting on them.
Yes.
Tomorrow. Give me a call before you come in. I can tell you if they're in. Anyway, talk to y'all next week and see you later. Bye.
Good night.
Talk to you later.